Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to see one more program using call by value and call by reference. That is how to swap two numbers using the concept of call by value and call by reference. So as we have seen earlier, we know what exactly make a call by value differ from call by reference. So the call by value definition says that calling a function, calling a function by passing the value of a variable. Okay, so when you call the function, the actual parameters copy the value to the formal parameter. So this is what is the definition of call by value. So if you pass or if you call the function by passing the value of a variable to a formal parameter, such type of call is called as call by value. And the main important thing in call by value is if you change formal parameters, so a comma b, if you change, it is not going to affect x comma y. Okay, so that has to be careful that formal parameters, if you alter it, it will not affect the uh, actual parameters. So let us see what we are going to do in this particular program. So we are going to declare two variables x and y, which are going to carry your inputs or numbers. Okay, so let us take x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20 as an example. So if we would have entered x value as 10 and y value as 20, so this is where the user has been asked to enter the values of x and y. So before swapping, x value will be equal to 10. Okay, we are printing that. So what happens if before swapping? So before swapping, x value is 10 and y value is also 20. Okay, so it prints before swapping. Now we are going to call the function which is going to swap the numbers. So if it swaps, x should contain 20 and y should contain 10. So swap of x comma y. So we are calling this function using uh, the call by value technique. So you have to keep in your mind, you are calling this function using by passing the value of the variable. What is the value of x and y? X and y is having 10 and 20. So we have passed that as a parameter or argument to which function? Swap function. So as soon as this function has been encountered, it says whether it has been declared. Yes, the return type of swap is void, since it's not going to return you anything, and the parameter what it takes is of type integer. Okay, so once this is done, then it jumps from this point to the function definition. So in your function definition, swap function is going to receive that value in a formal parameter. So now whatever the first parameter value is there, it is copied to a, and whatever the second parameter value is there, it is copied to b. So keep in your mind, this is altogether a different entity. It's not the same entity. If you remember, when we were discussing call by value, I said that the actual parameters and formal parameters is not going to be in the same location. It is going to refer to the different location. So altogether a comma b and x comma y is going to be different, but what is same here is the value is copied as it is to those locations. Even though they are different, locations are different, but the values are same. Now at this point, a value will be 10 and b value will be 20. Okay, it's copied. Next we are declaring another temporary variable with the use of temporary variable, we are actually going to swap the numbers. So let us see what we are going to do. So what we are going to do is, first in temp, we are going to assign the whatever the value is there in a. So what is there in a? It's 10. Okay, so now temp is equal to 10. So as soon as you write this line, temp get changed to 10. Okay, because you are assigning temp is equal to a, and then now a contains 10, b contains 20, and temp contains 10. Okay, still the values are not been swapped. We have just put the value of a to 10. Okay, in the next step, what we are going to do is we are going to assign a is equal to what? A is equal to b. So what is currently in b? Currently in b it's 20. What is currently in a? 10. So what are you changing? A value, which is going to be 10, is assigned with the value of b. So currently a will change to the value of b. The value of b is 20. And in the next step, what we are doing is, where is your 10 right now? So because in your b, you have to change it to 10. A has swapped its value. The b value has come to a. Now b value has to be 10. Okay, where is 10? 10 actually is present in temp. Okay, so 10 is b value is going to be 10. So now if you see, when the function begin, a value was 10 and 20, a comma b value was 10 and 20, but after the task has been performed, a value is changed to 20 and 10. So what has changed? A value is changed to 20 and b value is changed to 10. And keep one thing in your mind, a and b are the variables local to this function. So you can use a and b value only in this particular function. You can't use it anywhere else. So the value which has swapped the information is present in a and b. Okay, but keep in your mind, from where did a value and b value got the values from? It got the values from x and y, but x and y remains 10 and 20. Even though it has sent the value to a and b, we changed a and b value to 20 and 10. It will not affect x comma y. That is what is the functionality of call by value. So if formal parameters changes, actual parameter will not change. So now you can't print the output statement in main function because x and y has not changed. So the output should be printed in the swap function itself. So after swapping, x is equal to percentage d. Where is your x value now? X value, whatever you have passed, it's in a. So what is now it's going to print? It says that x is equal to what value? Percentage d value. Whereas in terms of percentage d, it's going to replace with the value of a. What is the current value of a? X is equal to 20. Okay, and y is equal to percentage d. What is the y value currently? It's a b value. It's y is equal to 10. So what has happening in the printf statement? It is printing the message. In printing the message, you can either print x and y. There is no problem. But actually, the x and y value will not be changed in call by value. It's just a message. So whatever, you can print x, y, z, d, e, f, or whatever you want. But actual x comma y value resides in main function. That is not going to be getting changed, because the functionality of call by value says that if you change formal parameter, is it what was the initial value? A is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20. It was later on changed to a is equal to 20 and b is equal to 10. If you change this formal parameter, it will not affect actual parameter. Why? Because actual parameter and formal parameters are having different locations, so it will not affect each other. Okay, so this is what is a program to swap two numbers using call by value. Now let us go into the next concept, that is we need to do the same program using call by reference. Okay, so now let's just see this call by reference. So you know what is the meaning of call by reference. In call by reference, when you call the function, you are not going to pass the value, you are going to pass the address of that variable. Okay, whereas if you see in call by value, we are just directly passing the value. And if you see this line in this particular call by reference, we are not passing the value, we are passing the address of that particular variable. Okay, and actual parameter is an address. Okay, if it is an address, then it cannot be received in normal variable. So formal parameter should be an pointer variable. What is a pointer? Pointer is a variable which stores address of another variable. So keep in your mind, since you are passing in call by value a variable, you can receive it in a normal variable, whereas you are passing in call by reference address, it should be received by an pointer variable. And here, so here in call by reference, we pass the address as a parameter to a value to actual parameter, and formal parameter receives that address. And here one more difference is, here if formal parameters are changed, watch which are the formal parameters, star a, star b, if it changes, it also affects x and y, because here star a is storing address of x. That means both are pointing to same location. Okay, both are pointing to the same location, whereas in call by value, it was altogether different variables or different location. But here it's going to have point to it's going to point to same location. So now let us see, let us take same example. Now we are taking x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. So let address of x be 2000 and address of y be 4000. Okay, so first we will ask the user to enter value of x and y, so it's done. Okay, then we say before swapping, what is the number? So what is the number before swapping x and y value? Before swapping, it is x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. Then we pass swap by their address. Look at this here. This is where you need to be careful. So swap of address of x. What is address of x? Address of x is 2000. So what is value at 2000? Value at 2000 is 10. Okay, value at 2000 is 10. And what is the next address? Address of y, that is 4000. So we pass this. When we pass this, we are going to receive that in variable a and variable b. So a is going to store, value at a is going to store 2000 and value at b is going to store 4000. Okay, now what we have done is a and b is pointing to the address 2000 and 4000. Now what is the value at 2000? The value at 2000 is 10, because we are saying address of x. So value of 2000 is 10 and value of 4000 is 20. Okay, so keep that in mind. And again, we need a help of third variable. So look at the next step. What we are doing is we are telling temp is equal to, okay, temp is equal to star of a. What is in a? A is having 2000, that is address of x. So star 2000. So now carefully observe, the meaning of star 2000 is the star variable is an value at operator. Okay, so value at 2000. What is the value at 2000? 2000 is address of x. So what is the value at 2000? Value at 2000 is 10. So it will store temp is equal to 10. Okay, then next statement, it's star a. So that means value at a. What is star a? A value is 2000. So value at 2000 is equal to value at b. What is value at b? 1000. So that means now what will say happen? Value of a. What is value of a? That is 2000 is a value, and star of 2000 means star of 2000 contains what? 10. That means value at 2000 contains 10. That has been changed to value at 1000. What is value at 1000? Sorry, not 1000, value at 4000, because the b is going to have 4000. So what is value at 4000? The value 4000 is address of y. Value at 4000 is 20. So it's going to store. Now what happens? A becomes, so because value at 2000, a was carrying address of 2000. What is address of 2000? So x is equal to 10. So a from 10, it's going to get changed to 20. Okay, and next step, star b. Star b means value at b. What is in b? B you have 4000. Star b means star 4000 is going to have whatever you have in temp. Right now what you have in temp is 10. Okay, so that means what happens to this is b becomes 10. So a is pointing to what? A is pointing to 2000. In 2000 now you get 20. So what is in 2000 right now? 10. Okay, so indirectly now a made, we changed a, it changed x. Okay, the reason is because a is carrying the address of x. We changed b, b is carrying 4000. 4000 is what? Address of y. So by making a and b change, okay, we also making x and y to change their values. So that means if your formal parameters are changed, your actual parameters are also affected. Okay, your actual parameters are also affected. So what you should see the difference is, in the previous program, that is in call by value, we printed the output in the user defined function swap, because we changed only the values of a comma b. So we didn't print the output in the call by the main function. The reason, because if you change formal parameter, you need to print the output where the formal parameters are altered, because for changing formal parameters, it will not affect the actual parameters in call by value. But when it comes to here, you can see that we are not printing the output in the swap function, because either you can print the output here or you can print that in the main function also, because if you change a comma b value, it is going to affect the uh, values of x and y. So you can either print the output in main function or you can print it in swap. So this is what is called by reference. What is important thing you need to refer is observe here is when you call the function, you pass the address. If you're passing the address in your formal parameter, it is received by pointer. And another important thing is if you change a and b formal parameter, it is going to affect x and y. The reason is since we are both x and y and a and b is pointing to the same address, okay, same location. So that is the reason. So this is how we can swap two numbers using call by value and call by reference. I hope you have understood this program. Thank you.